Here we are. We're walking in the jungle, in the sort of way. Welcome to the jungle, jungle men. This is what kind of like the jungle is like, only we're a lot safer from harm's way. So we're having a little good time here. This is a nice little tour. Ooh, we're gonna see some 5 tigers over here soon. You guys will probably like this, or probably not. Hey Ma, you want to say anything for the camera? You see I have to put up with? Oh, there's a tiger right there. Hello. Yeah, there's another tiger too. You can't, it's kind of hard to see right now. Oh wait, there he is right there. Oh, we gotta catch up to the crew. Whoops. I dropped a water bottle. Sorry. We can't catch the crew. Everyone, sorry. Sorry about that. My mother is putting the water bottle back in my bag. We're coming to see a tiger.
Now, Felix's water is a nice tint of red. My guess is that he took his food in there last night. And we're going to have to change it out today.
Isn't that bad for the water? Because does it make him sick or something?
Nah, it doesn't make him sick. We do change it though, out of respect for the cats. We want them to have clean water. Even though, in the wild they're probably drinking poop water. Honestly, they probably are.
Nasty.
So Felix here, he was one of the 18 we rescued from Pennsylvania. Coming to us, he apparently was all full of whiz and vinegar, is what they said. Very feisty, very aggressive, always charging the fence, very frustrated with his surroundings. Now, to remind you of the Pennsylvania rescue, the cats were living in small, teeny tiny boxes in the basement for the most part, shoved in the dark, left to die down in the basement. So we, obviously providing him an outdoor enclosure, giving him fresh water, which we will later, very regularly, giving him food all the time, so he's a nice, happy, fat cat. And medical care too. He's one of those cats who we ended up finding out that he needed a root canal really bad in his front right canine. It had been broken off and it probably caused him a lot of pain, so we had our veterinarian do a root canal, and he's basically a brand new cat. We've never seen him be aggressive. He has the capability. I mean, he gets food aggressive. But otherwise, in general, that's how he is all the time. Real laid back.
Interesting facts, don't you guys think? We're just continuing our walk, as you can see, and need to have a drink of water. Just let me get this open. Ma, would you please open this for me? Sorry, I can't hold the camera and drink at the same time. We got more sofas over here.
Unfortunately, the husband had passed away, so the wife left to fend for herself, take care of all the funeral proceedings, everything going on. She really didn't want to take care of her exotic pet by herself. So she called us, desperate, and we went to Cincinnati and rescued her. Just a couple months before we rescued her, we got a call for Vinny Bob, that Bobcat who's laying down in the back corner. Vinny Bob came from Vincennes, Indiana. He was somebody's pet who was allowed to escape and was found walking behind a lady walking her dog. The lady thought
there's a baby Bobcat.
He could be a house cat, and so she contacted us, and we went
you guys see him?
and rescued him. Now we do have 2 different cats in here from 2 different species, 2 different continents, just like lions and tigers. But as long as you introduce them young, they're relatively about the same size. It works out pretty well. And then this big guy over here, passed out, is Simba.
Oh, Simba.
Gonna make that logger pedal.
There's a Simba over here.
So Simba here, he came from the same place that Zoe did, up in northern Indiana, in Macy, Indiana to be specific. From this man, the circus trainer who had cats in a barn. He was one of the 10 that we rescued. And like I said, we kept 8. He unlike the other cats who had lived there for quite some time, lived there the longest at about 9.5 years before he ever came out. His cage was so rusted, rotted together with feces, urine, blood, who knows what else. This guy like never cleaned. So we couldn't actually lift his gate up to transport him into our transport cage to bring him back here, and we couldn't immobilize him to cut him out and safely remove him. So what we had to do was, his cage was like this, we put our transport cage like this, so the doors are on either end here, and then our transport cage, the doors are here. We put it up like this, we had the door on our end right here, lift it all the way up, so all you saw was cage when you lifted the door up. We had to take bolt cutters and cut, drop our slide gate down a little, cut, drop it down a little. So pretty scary situation, very, very dangerous. We did get him out safely though. He transported right into our transport cage once he was all the way, once his cage was all the way cut out, and brought back here, and he's done really well. Now, he never really used those climbing, jumping muscles before. So we have a tower in almost every single cage. The cats like to be up high. With him, he got stuck on the top of his tower for a very brief period of time, several hours. We had another cat get stuck on top of his tower and didn't figure it out for over a week. And we had to dart him, so he was immobilized, bring him down from the tower, which is not an easy thing to do. These cats are already pretty heavy, but to add stairs that are really big in between, pretty difficult. And as soon as he woke back up, Sammo was his name, this tiger that I'm talking about. As soon as he woke back up, he went right back to the top of that tower. So he eventually figured it out.
I think he's having a hangover because I think he went to a party last night and drank too much, because that's what it looks like.
This is what they do when it's pretty hot like that. Lions sleep like 19, 20 hours a day on average.
Yep, I was right about that.
Yeah, long time.
So on your website you said that they can't climb all the way up.
I told you they sleep 19 to 20 hours a day,
Their claws
but you didn't listen.
and their weight.
Right, yeah, if they tried to climb, it'd be like us trying to climb if they had claws with our fingernails. Very painful for them. So we don't have to worry about that. With the
And
leopards,
yet they climb to the towers.
they jump 4 feet.
Oh, they jump to get to
Yeah.
Okay. that
Yeah, they
makes
jump.
more sense.
4 feet is about the highest they can jump.
Okay.
5 feet if they're, pretty agile, but 4 feet, that's about it.
What is this? Have you ever touched them though if they're passed out? Like, I wonder what their fur feels like.
I don't really touch the lions all too much. Lions tend to be kind of aggressive and stubborn.
Oh.
Kind of, I don't know. Much more difficult to work with. I don't really want to poke them and, poke an angry lion. So.
I would think it's a real rough texture.
With the lion mane, it is pretty coarse, very straggly kind of hair. The short hair is very fine, very thin, and very oily. Lions are known to be pretty oily animals. They have to be if they're living out in the sun every day and they've got big mosquitoes all around. That extra oil on their skin helps ward off, parasites.
We could shave his fur off and make it into a nice blanket or a rug.
Well, I don't want to do that to him.
I know, I'm just saying it would be interesting.
We're going to head back up this way, guys.
Actually, it wouldn't be too interesting. Yep, so I'm enjoying myself here. It's kind of hot out here. Oh boy, I think I just heard one of the lions roar. Looks like there's gonna be a fight. We need to get out of here, or there'll be trouble.
So this big guy over on our left is Montana. When he opens his mouth and makes that noise, he's whining. He's wants attention or he's hungry. And then when he closes his mouth, that's the chuffing. He's probably one of our most well-mannered cats. Pretty much every single day we find his bone on top of that table. He likes to eat his food on top of this table every day. Hi, Monty. Now he is limping. I'm sure you noticed that. He's been declawed.
Yikes.
Before we rescued him, he was declawed, and so we do have him on pain medication. Unfortunately, he's always going to limp, though.
I hear a lion roaring or something
Yeah.
roaring.
Yeah, that was another lion.
I thought tigers roar.
They do. The tigers don't. They can roar and communicate with the lions. Actually, they don't do it all the time. But when the tigers roar, usually it's an aggressive noise, not so much just a talking noise.
Right.
They want to scare you and make you run away, basically.
I ain't scared of no tiger.
If you guys notice, right over here,
Oh, no,
Samara's in her tank.
Check this out. A tiger taking a bath.
Samara used to live with her two sisters, Katina and Clementine. Unfortunately, those 3 girls all together fought every single day so badly. It was basically like World War III in the cage, and we had to move Samara. So we brought her down here. This is a temporary enclosure. One day she will go into something bigger. But
Except there are no warheads, right?
What?
There were no warheads, right? You said World War III?
No, just claws and teeth.
Oh boy, she's getting out. Oh boy, she's looking right at me. I'm gonna get away before she wants to eat me.
Now she just got up and she's looking
It's not a
our
hot tub.
direction back this way. The food cart is probably just pulled in. So that's what's going on. She's excited for food.
So when you feed these guys?
When? All day long. Right now, since I told you I'm one of the keepers, I'm obviously not feeding. That leaves like 2 people to do the feeding, and it slows down the process quite a bit.
Oh.
They'll probably get down here at some point. We usually get down to this area in the afternoon at some time. Maybe like 1, 2.
Cool. Oh, I gotta stop here.